Hello, today's lesson is all about tourism and people coming to Japan. This is a little bit strange because as I'm recording this, we're just in the coronavirus crisis. It's hard to imagine people traveling again, but I'm sure they will, and tourism will start again, and people will visit around the world. I'm hoping. It's hard to imagine right now, but I'm sure they will. This is called Visit Japan. And let's see. Here we go. This book and number 15, Visit Japan. It's quite interesting to look at. You realize how much business is done with tourism. People coming to Japan, making lots of money, spending lots of money. And of course it was Chinese, but of course with coronavirus, things have changed. But hopefully, by the time you look at this video, things will be much better. I hope so. Anyway, this is called Visit Japan. I'll read through. You can read with me too, and then I'll stop and talk about the vocabulary as we go. Okay, let's see. So let's read, okay? A record 20 million people visited Japan last year, marking the first time in 45 years that the number of incoming travellers is more than the outbound figure, the tourism ministry said. Okay, so last year, 20 million people came to Japan, and that's more than people leaving Japan for the first time in 45 years. That's a record. Guinness Book of Records. Wow! The tourism ministry is in government. So the tourism bosses in government. Okay, next paragraph. The 20 million visitors marked a 47% increase from the year before, when 13 million people entered Japan, and is 4 times the 5 million who visited 10 years ago, when the Visit Japan campaign began. Okay, the numbers are going up. 20 million people came, and that's 40% more, 47% more than 1 year ago. And it's much more than 10 years ago. Okay, spending, that's spending money. Spending by foreign visitors also reached a record 3.5 trillion yen, up 71% from last year. This means the size of Japan's inbound tourism industry now equals that of its auto parts exports, tourism officials said. It means that money from people coming to Japan is more than Japanese people selling car parts, Toyota, Honda, Nissan parts. That's amazing. Japan makes lots of money from that. Next one. But officials are cautious on whether such rapid growth will continue this year. Okay, so the government is not sure if rapid growth, if growing quickly, if that will continue because of problems with the Chinese economy, and major destinations such as Tokyo and Osaka have reached their capacities for accommodating more people. It means Tokyo and Osaka have not enough hotels. And also Chinese economy, Chinese business is going down. Of course, this was written before coronavirus. Now tourism is zero. So I don't know, we'll have to see what happens. Okay. Next paragraph. According to the Japan National Tourism Organization, travellers from China topped the list. That means number 1 people coming to Japan are from China, accounting for 5 million, more than twice as many from the year before. They were followed by 4 million from South Korea. So number 1 China, number 2 South Korea, and 3.67 million from Taiwan. So that's number 3 is Taiwan, and 1.52 million from Hong Kong. Wow. So the growth record is because of a number of factors. The growing middle class in China is one. For such people, Japan, due to falls in the yen, has become a bargain destination. A series of domestic measures, including eased rules for visas, improved access to airports, and expansion of duty-free shopping have also helped. That's really complicated, I know. What it means is, in China, people have more money. And so that's one reason they come to Japan. Japan is cheap for rich Chinese. They go, oh yeah, let's go to Japan, buy some things. That's one reason. But then also it says in Japan, they've made it easier, lower visas and more airports. and more duty-free shopping. Duty-free is when you can buy perfume and tobacco and alcohol. This is all before the coronavirus, though, so I think this is how it used to be. Okay, the last paragraph. Visitors from the United States, the fifth largest group, rose 16% to hit 1 million. Okay, so you've got 5 groups coming. China, China, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, and America. Those are the biggest 5 coming. In the future, I don't know. Will it still be like that? Probably still China, I guess. We'll see. Anyway. Okay, your job. You know the drill. You know what you have to do. Let's go. And we'll check. We'll check when you're finished, okay? And I'll have a chat. Yeah. So think about tourism too. I'll talk about. Do you think tourism will get better? I don't know. I'll talk to you soon. Hello, this is called Tales of Mystery and Imagination by Edgar Allan Poe. You may have heard of him. He's a very famous American writer. Died a long time ago, but he's, pretty famous. Okay. Please listen. I'll ask you 3 questions. Edgar Allan Poe, the father of the detective story and a master of horror, is one of the greatest American short story writers. In these stories, we meet people struggling with fear, revenge, mental illness, and death. Which of them will win, and which will lose their battles? Okay. So these are stories by Edgar Allan Poe. What is he the father of? What do people call him? He is the father of something. Number 2, he was the master of a kind of writing. What kind of writing? And number 3, how many stories are there here? Actually, you can't answer that. Hold on. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, 10. I'm not very good at making these questions, am I?